Good morning, everyone. It's Lindsey Hudson with SPS back in the building for another SPS Monday Motivation. Sorry, I was a few minutes late. Had some technical difficulties going on. We got it, made it happen, and now we're here. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I had a very enjoyable, busy weekend. It was sports Friday. Was down at Detroit King versus Cass at King. Cass got the victory 14-7. It was a great game. All of Detroit came out. Even Detroit Lions came out. That's another conversation. Then went to Michigan State. Unfortunately for Michigan State, the Spartans lost 41-7 to an outstanding Washington team. A lot of grumblings about that. Then I spent a great day down in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Shout out to my guy, Justin Brantley. I was alongside Madi Sissoko of Michigan State basketball and Jackson Kohler. Did some awesome things. Them young men put on a great camp for all ages, and I was happy to be a part of that. Happy to talk sports psychology and mental toughness and mental health with them. It was a great thing. Shout out to my frat brother, William. What's Will's last name? I forgot Will's name sitting right here, but I know better. Will Daniels. See, that's what I get for calling him William. Will Daniels, that is. And he came down and did some great coverage. So you'll see some photos for that real soon. So what is today's topic? Today's topic is honest inability. Ooh, boy. Honest inability. Hey, I always talk about pulling from the headlines or my personal life, and this right here is kind of a combination of both. Good morning, Michelle Mimi Watkins, and congratulations to Kyra Jefferson taking over the assistant track coaching duties at Sacramento State. How awesome. Well, now we're rooting for Sac State. That's what it is. I know you're proud of her, following your footsteps as a great coach in the making. I'm sure that's going to be a great thing. But we're talking about honest inability, Michelle. Oh, and I got this information from watching social media. And it's senior pastor Keon Henderson of Lighthouse Church. He didn't come up with this term. That term came from another individual, but it was him doing that. And he's in his own right. He's the man, but he's currently married to Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal. And he was doing a piece. And when I heard just a few things he said about honest inability, boy, that's him and his lovely wife, young brother is definitely an internet sensation with his church, Lighthouse Church. But when he was talking about this honest inability, it hit me. It really hit me a lot. And what we're saying here, Michelle, is do you have the ability to make you feel secure? Meaning that honest inability, when someone doesn't have the ability to make you feel secure. And what are we defining secure as? We're defining secure as free from or not exposed to danger or harm, safe, dependable, firm, not liable to fail, yield, become displaced, etc. I think not liable to fail is big when we talk about the non-physical nature of being secure with someone. It's really interesting. Got my guy Wu Pang. My guy, good morning. Good morning to you as well, brother. We got Sacramento State getting represented, man. Kyra Jefferson will be becoming part of the track coaching staff. And Wu Pang, I know you got ties to Sacramento State, big time all the way around. So what we're talking about now is this honest inability. When you have people that do things. Got Tino in the building this morning. Good morning, Tino. Good to see you, brother. I don't know, were you in the big house this weekend for the game? I can't remember if you were going down for this game or not. But good to see you. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other soon out here at these high school and games. But, talking about this honest inability, folks, when someone just can't get right as it relates to you to make you feel secure. And whether they do it purposely or not, it really puts us in a bind because you're saying this person is not doing the things that I need to feel secure, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a professional experience, whatever it is. Got my brother Aaron Mays here this morning. Keep your head up, Spartan dog. You're going to be okay. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. It's good to connect. Definitely, Aaron, we're talking about honest inability when someone just can't make you feel secure. And maybe it's not them being purposeful about it. It's just other parts of it. What is it, that thing that constantly did no longer bother you or stretch you? What if this thing that they did didn't bother you or stretch? Let me talk about somebody who's special, near and dear to my heart. My late grandmother, Madeline Bryant. Right here, her photo, this obituary is on my mantle. Love her to death. Love her so much I named my daughter after. So you already know. But she couldn't be on time. I'm talking about could not be on time for nothing. And as a child, as a young person, when they say grandma coming to get you to take you to Wendy's or take you school shopping or take you here, I just knew if she go be here at 3, might be a little bit after that. She just couldn't be on time, bless her heart. Now I know that my grandmother was not doing anything to hurt my feelings. She wouldn't do anything. She would move mountains for my brother and I, as well as her daughter, my mother. But she just couldn't be on time. And when I thought about the terminology, honesty and ability, I say, honestly, she just does not have the ability to do that. But here's the thing I want to get at, folks. What if that thing that person did, if you were able to let that go and not judge them or not feel a certain kind of way because of that? And when I thought like that about people I experienced and things I've experienced, it was such a lift. It lifted so much off of me as it relates to not holding this person accountable because they're not really doing this thing to negatively affect me, even though I don't like it. They just can't help themselves. And I know you may be like, well, if you cared, you would do it. Yeah, I know we can go down that road. If you really, things that are important to you, yeah, we can say all that. But at the end of the day, I was important to my grandmother. My brother, my late brother, Sean Hudson, was important to my grandmother. But the fact that she couldn't get there on time to the point that when her and my mom went out to the country to Bahamas, she had to tell her the wrong time to make sure she made it to the airport on time. That was the biggest risk. Mama gonna be able to make it to the airport on time. So when I talk about this, I realize that we carry such a burden sometimes because we are doing what? Are you expecting security for someone or something that does not owe you that? Now I know we get to the terminology "oh" and you say, "Oh, well, what you mean? And we're in a relationship, or if you care about me, or you're my significant other, so on." But we expect security from people. We want it. How about we shift our minds? Like it would be nice, but if I realize that your inability to provide that for me is not a slight to me personally, it just lightens the load a little bit. It just stops you from being in this judgmental space of feeling that you're less valued because this person can't show up for you like you want them to. I know it's important. You got your love language, you got how you feel. I mean, I'm speaking for myself to how I feel about how I want to be treated. But if I look at, this person's not really doing this to purposely and maliciously hurt my feelings. Person isn't doing this to purposely just make me feel bad. It takes away all that emotional capacity I was spending up, with that. So honesty and ability, I think, is a very important thing for us to look at and try to grasp and realize that people are not necessarily trying to hurt you or do you wrong. They are just caught up in that. So don't waste your time stressing about things you can't change. That falls under that. My grandmother was not about to all of a sudden become punctual. It wasn't going to happen. She went my entire lifetime and wasn't punctual. So it wasn't about to happen. I could have sat there and said, Grandma don't love me because she won't be on time. Now she coming through the door, blazing. She coming through the door like, hey, baby, I'm here. Let's roll. And it's a fun time, good time. We enjoying ourselves. There's nothing but love going forward. But at the end of the day, the reality is that the honesty and ability we have to recognize and accept, I think. And if we do that, it's a gift that we give ourselves. If we give someone that understand, like, you know what, it's really not them purposely trying to hurt me. It's really not them purposely trying to put me in a bad situation. It's just the honesty and ability for them to do it. Now, does everybody get that? It's up to you. But I just tell you what, when I first understood this concept, it lifted so much off of me. It gave me an opportunity to look at people and my relationship with people a little differently, and it was to the benefit. It just really gave me a level of peace of mind and made me feel like I wasn't under attack and I didn't have to be on guard as it related to how I was dealing with somebody. They just can't help themselves. Now, then that's the other part. If you can look at it through the lens of honest and ability, and if that person who does care enough to try to do some things to assist you, to help, come closer, it's only going to be for the best. If you stop holding them accountable for things that through honesty and ability that they can't really control, or you don't want that to be the main thing, and they start making some efforts to be better at that thing, that's a win-win situation. But take that stress off of yourself. Take that heavy load. Oh, you're not treating me right. Well, it ain't nothing personal. How about that part? It ain't nothing personal. It's just this person's ability, like they can't do it. They don't have it in them right now. And it's not really about you so much as it's about them. It's not it's not you, it's me, right? You heard that line, but think about it. It's not so much about you that they're doing it. It's really them. It's their inability to do that. So even though you're engaging with this person, you're dealing with them, whatever it may be, they just may have an honest inability where they can't do it. I'm hoping that this can help you from a mental health standpoint, because the way we relate to people impact how we relate to ourselves. And I don't want people to be in a situation where they're feeling overwhelmed and there's an opportunity for them to let that go. I want to thank the great sponsor, the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network. What a great resource they are to this community. I'm happy to be able to share their information and pass the information along to people that I know, the people that I, come in contact with, to say, hey, here's a great resource. And it's been great having them as a sponsor throughout the road to Ford Field and potential opportunities going forward. So I want you guys to get started with your day. Thank you guys for coming on board and supporting SPS. Hopefully this message could be a little helpful for you guys going forward. So with that being said, this is Lindsay House with SPS. I'll see you later. Peace.